Today Africa Podcast is a podcast series where we interview African entrepreneurs and professionals and share the stories behind their businesses. In each interview, we ask how they got started, how they grew, and how they run their business today. The stories are inspiring and also provide specific advice and insight into starting a business. By sharing these stories, we want to help others get started.
Hi, my name is Joshua Igba. I am the CEO and CTO of InstaDrop. We make Interstate Courier. We collaborate with B2B companies, ecommerce, marketplace, and storefront providers, people like Bumper, QShop, all those people that have merchants on their platform. So we help them integrate Interstate Courier into their platform. So we collaborate with platforms like, do you know Bumper? Call them storefront providers. People who create help businesses to have websites. So we collaborate with people like that. Also logistics aggregators like Topship, Hiroshi, Sendbox, Sendstack, all of these guys, they are partnering with us. They are sourced to us. So our mission is to be a reliable local alternative to foreign courier service in Nigeria. So currently we cover Southwest, but we are waiting for 6 more partnerships so that we can start our expansion into 100 additional cities.
Could you tell me a bit about your entrepreneurial journey, how it all started, and what prompted you to venture into tech?
Okay, my entrepreneurial journey started in the university. I had a strong background then in media. I did a journalism innovation on campus, which became an instant hit. So that was how I, got to the spotlight. Then being at the spotlight made me to have access to every aspect of school. And then as I had friends in entertainment, I had friends who were in elect, mechanical, who were learning how to code then. Everybody needed me to promote their project on campus. So I was in between, do I want to follow entertainment or do I want to follow technology? So I tilted more towards entertainment because tech was not booming then. It was still new. So, but after toiling for a while, and I started seeing some of my tech friends travel out, building their own startup, and like, you got funding, okay, let's know about this tech stuff. So that was how I picked interest in the tech. Then my good friend then, Yinka Diwali, who is the CEO of Number, I told him that I would like to come and join him in Lagos for him to put me through. So he asked me to come over. So that was the first time I started learning about accelerator, Y Combinator. So because then Yinka got into Y Combinator, and even then I didn't really know much about Y Combinator. I just know he was saying it, Y Combinator. Okay. It was later I got to know that he had qualified for Y Combinator. So it was too late. And then by the time I realized, like, wow, I think I need to go more into this technology. And then I've always had challenges thriving in tech just because technical expertise are very expensive. Very expensive. So you do projects, it gets to a point, the developer will abandon it because they got a better job. So I had to and to get a senior developer that can do work faster, it is millions per month. So I just said, look, let me just learn this thing by myself, Jerry. Let me just take the pain. So I started learning tech and started building my stuff. So that was how I was able to conveniently bootstrap without needing to pay expensive developers. Just bootstrap, and then we started making progress. Then we launched in 2020. We experimented with all kinds of aspects of logistics between 2020 and 2022. Then in 2022, we took we took 18 months break. So we saw so many challenges in logistics, and we're like, guy, if we're going to solve everything, we'll just die. So we now said that, okay, look, let's pick two things, two aspects of B2C logistics, and put all our energy and soul inside it and be distinguished. So we chose to be an interstate courier service. So for example, we don't do pickup and deliver in Lagos.
Why?
We only deliver packages that came in from other states into Lagos. We only deliver those to doorstep.
Okay.
So one of our value proposition right now is we deliver in 20 hours or much less. And the reason why we are faster is that all of the time the dispatcher could have spent in picking up. So because we don't do any form of pickup, they invest all of those time in delivering all the interstate packages. So it moves fast, like fast.
Okay.
So we just said, look, let every other person do pickup here and to there. We just want to focus on the interstate aspect.
Okay.
So, and by the time we started pitching it, and people are like, oh, okay. You know, they don't even see us as competition. They see us as, okay, you guys do interstate. Just say, oh, you don't even do pickup. Oh, awesome. That means you are not our competition. We can work with you guys. And then by the time they test us the first week and they see the speed, like, oh, okay, these guys are good. So then we started approaching the corporates. You know, that's how we came to where we are today, saying that we are powering accessible and affordable and faster interstate courier.
What inspired you to start InstaDrop, and why the name InstaDrop?
So what inspired InstaDrop was COVID, and I have friends who buy and sell, and they go through a lot when it comes to logistics. I've had them complain so much. So I have done a couple of tech ideas that couldn't scale, not because it was a bad idea, but I wasn't a technical guy, and I didn't have the money to push it. My ideas were not like bad. There are still things that if I settle down, and I decide to continue them, I would. So that COVID, I resigned from my job and then to continue one of my tech projects. And then COVID shut down that project. Wow. Then I saw that in Nigeria, every other thing shut down except transport and logistics. That was when we started hearing that, oh, essential services, the government doesn't joke with. I remember going in the university, you do project and then you have ASU strike disrupt it. So for the first time, it dawned on me that, okay, so transport and logistics is actually a space that even COVID cannot shut down. Yeah. Okay, that means if I decide to do logistics for the next 10 years, there's nothing like a union strike or government strike. One thing will disrupt it because government cannot afford that transport and logistics to be shut down. So I'm not like, okay, finally, I now see something in Nigeria that can work, that the government and people cannot do without. So I just changed my mind that, see, I'm just going to follow, because I've been a victim of, you do something, ASU strike, scatter everything. If it's not ASU strike, something could happen in your school and everything will just shut down. All your investment will just go. I just said, look, I think I'm just going to face logistics head on. And I'm the kind of guy that I have a knack for difficult things. When people are running away from something, that's where I like to take interest. So I looked at logistics and like, oh, okay. I did my market research and I realized that a lot of people like to set up in Lagos than setting up outside Lagos. So I'm asking myself that, okay, why are they afraid of semi-urban cities? Why are they comfortable with just setting up in Maryland? Why are they comfortable with Lagos only? What is in semi-urban cities that they're afraid of? I want to know. So I said, you know what? To start this logistics, I'm not even going to start it in Lagos. Let me go and start it from semi-urban city to understand what's happening there and know why these guys can't expand. so that by the time I expand to Lagos, I will know how to distinguish myself. So that was how my motivation was COVID. COVID exposed me to the idea that logistics is a business that cannot really be threatened by industrial actions.
What challenges have you faced since you started InstaDrop? What are the challenges?
Okay, the first challenge I faced was I wasn't technical. So
Okay.
the level of technology ambition in my head, I could not execute it on my own. And the
Okay.
level of developers that can do it, I can't afford them. So technical challenge was a big deal. I think was the biggest challenge for me. So, but the moment I had to shut down that 2022 and say, look, we will do this thing. I'll do this thing myself. So I was able to overcome that. Then the other aspect is in the ecosystem, it's easy to get funded for fintech idea than for
Yeah.
logistics idea. So the and the is it antecedent of Jumia not getting his feet early on and different logistics that have shut down has made logistics to be an ocean that you don't want to put your feet in. So it has been very difficult raising capital. Like it has been very difficult. And the level of exposure I have in my logistics journey, when I pitch, um, potential investors find it difficult to understand. So they tell me that if what you are saying is achievable, why are these big companies not doing it? And I'm like, they can't do it because they could not afford to leave urban cities. They don't know what's happening in semi-urban cities. I know, that's why I'm able to create this solution. So because they feel like I'm sounding too advanced, they'll just say, let me just still be looking. I can't fund you at the moment. It's difficult raising funding, yeah. So, and that is why we I just said, look, we are just going to do this thing from 0 to 1. We are going to bootstrap it. So I've managed to make sure that we are surviving without external capital, and that alone has given us much strength. And that is why now we are so confident of our processes and value offering.
What techniques or strategies have you used to attract and retain your customers?
One of the 5 reasons why everybody is looking to do business with us is number 1, we are accessible, very accessible. We operate Monday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Yes. Yes. So popular courier companies, DHL, they are by 4 p.m. on Friday, they've all gone to bed. So we are available Monday to Sunday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's number 1. Number 2, we always work on all public holidays, all religious holidays, and festive holidays. June 12th, we were open. Ileya, we were open. We open like every day.
Wow.
Because people ship every day. People ship every day. Why should we be closed? So people are you guys are always available. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to test it. And then they test us on Sunday, they chat us up, and then they say, oh, these guys are open. So
yeah.
Another one is our ETA is very fast. Our Interstate is almost the same day or max the next morning. 20 hours or much less. So why that is attractive is because what it would take DHL 72 hours to do, we will do it in 20 hours. What the cost it would take you to do a shipment, let's say from Lagos to Ado-Ekiti, if you do it with us, it's 2,000 naira cheaper. So we are cheaper than the courier heavyweight. We are faster. Our ETA is 20 hours or much less. Then our process is also very easy. Then currently we are trying to create what we call e-commerce day of the month. a day in a month where all merchants can ship one item not weighing more than 2 kg for free. Every month, you can ship 0 to 2 kg for free. Your customer will pick up at our office, or they can pay a little token to get it to their doorstep.
Logistics, you need, at least you need vehicles that will be conveying the products from one state to another. So is it that your company has their own vehicles or their own means of transportation, like this bus is owned by InstaDrop?
Okay, so how would I put it? We have people who have vehicles, but like we invest in them. It's like co-ownership. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
But the bikes are ours.
InstaDrop is building the delivery API and physical infrastructure for 20 hours or less interstate delivery.
Yes.
For 40 million Nigerian businesses. Can you throw more light on this?
Okay, yeah. So number one, we are building a digital API infrastructure which are already ready. So what we do is that we develop a custom API for each partner, so that if any partner requires a preferential treatment, we can grant it to them without it affecting the other partners. So let's say every other partner, let's say their starting rate is 4,500, but your company approaches us and explain your business model and pleads that we support you, and you need us to give you maybe at a 2,500 rate. So we can achieve that for your company only without it affecting the pricing to other companies. Yes. So every partner is on a unique API for pricing. Yes. So that way we are flexible enough to partner with any company. In fact, we even have a company that is offering us that to do 1,500 per shipment, which is far below our starting price. So how do you want to help such a partner, or how do you want to collaborate with such a partner without it affecting
other partners?
So that's how flexible our APIs are, and that's why we know that no matter the company you are, at every level of conversation that we have, we can partner with you. So we believe that through various behemoth partnership, we can reach all the 40 million businesses in Nigeria that are doing business. Take, for example, if MoneyPoint finalizes the partnership we are having with them, MoneyPoint is going to be exposing us to millions of businesses on their platform. So, we are hell-bent. All our money is going into offices, having offices everywhere, not a partner. Our own office, that wherever the shipment is, we will be able to process it. So our major investment is offices. So we are not the guys that are just using API to connect you. No, we are doing it directly, and then we also have API for you to integrate with us. And so we know that we cannot jump into satisfying 40 million businesses, as it's not possible. Yes, it's not possible. But we know that what we have built is just a matter of time.
Okay.
It's just a matter of time. When Terminal wanted to partner with us, Terminal Africa, they asked us a question that what's the limit to what you can process? And we told them that you bring the limit first. You bring the volume. Bring the volume first now. So try us. Bring the volume first. Then we can now know where our limit broke. But for now, we don't see us breaking limits. You bring it first. Let's see. So that is how we are so prepared. Like I told you, we shut down for 18 months. And a lot of things happened in that 18 months. 12 hours of work every day for 18 months straight. Wow. So a lot of work were done in that 18 months. So we believe that because according to statistics online, there are about 40 million businesses every day that we either use DHL or GIG or Motopark or any means. A business must ship something, and these are the three means.
So how has AI impacted your industry and equally your brand?
All right. We are currently not using any AI at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, because we have our own internal system to know how to find addresses better. So I'll give you one of the breakthrough we had in our logistics system. At InstaDrop, we don't use Google Map.
Why?
Because it is not comprehensive enough for a country like Nigeria. So we have to develop our own address system from scratch, which is more effective than Google Map.
Wow.
So that eliminates mistakes people normally make in their addresses. It stopped when we terminated the use of Google Map and we're using our own map system. So then another thing we do is that we monitor our staff. We monitor them extremely. If you leave the office, we know. If you leave the office without permission, we know. Yes, nobody's supervising you anywhere. We will just know. So every millimeter of their movement during working hours is monitored. We don't want a situation somebody comes to the office and say, I can't find anybody. No, we'll know. We'll know when you left. So this has put caution in our employee to say, look, there's no way I'm going. These people will know. If you want to leave, you take permission. Because if you don't, they will know. So why trying to be smart? But we didn't achieve all of this with AI. We did no AI yet in our system.
If you have created your own brand mapping system that is accurate, why can't you make it public?
But when we tell, like I said, when we tell investors this thing, they just look and say, they just look at you that, what are you saying? Like, you have done so much that you look like you are capping. So what I would say as regards adoption is that we are very small. Yeah, we are very small, and that's why we are hoping that we'll get the much visibility that we need, and people will adopt us more, and people will realize that come on, you can't even enter a wrong address if you are using us. How? You can't enter a wrong address now because it will show you your neighborhood and everything. So I believe that with more adoption, people will just realize that, look, I think anything logistics, we should just probably stop using Google Map. And that's one of the things that have slowed down our integration with Topship and Sendbox. These guys use Google Map, and we said, look, we can't use Google Map. We can't use Google Map. It will just cause chaos. Are you guys willing to use the way we are using our address? So it's an issue. They are struggling to accept that these small boys, I mean, they are funded, we are not funded. So it's hard for them to accept that reality that anything Google Map is accident. So it has slowed down integration because they are actually at the crossroads that they will not switch to these InstaDrop people, but they are afraid that we are small. Are we reliable? Why should they switch their system? Because of us. So we are just telling them that, well, we cannot use Google Map. If that's what will make you people not, because what will happen is if the address is not entered correctly, our staff make mistakes. I don't want to be explaining that one. So I told them that please, for efficiency's sake, our address system is very reliable than Google Map. So these are issues, but hopefully by the time the people start seeing our media visibility, they would accept us more.
Plans for the future?
So our plans is our immediate plan is we need, like I said, we need 6 more partnerships. Then we can start having offices in 100 more cities. Yeah, 100 more cities, so that people can experience speed. You go on all these platforms, you see them 3 to 5 days. I don't understand. 3 to 5 days just to buy something. Why can't I buy today and I get it tomorrow? So we want more cities to enjoy this 20 hours speed.
Okay.
So that's our 1, partnerships. 2, expansion into more cities for more people to enjoy. And we are resolute that we will try as much as possible to be able to achieve this expansion, even if we don't get funded. We'll just make sure that we are doing enough numbers to ensure we are able to, get rent places we need to rent for us to just keep expanding and extending our net. Our budget for marketing, we are hoping to eliminate it with partnerships. Like I said, if we finalize our partnership with Money Points now, Money Points can expose us to 2 million businesses in their newsletters, in their app, social media. They can do content with us and expose us to potential 2 million businesses. We partner here, partner there. Our marketing budget will cut off so that we can focus on just having presence back to back, city to city, and orchestrating the fastest shipment ever in Nigeria.
So what advice would you give to other Africans that are starting their business?
My advice to young people is ideas do not rule the world. What rules the world is cash, relationship, and politics. For you to solve the problem of your cash as a potential tech founder, whatever ideas that you have, pocket it. Go and work. Go and gather money. Pocket that idea. Go and work. Yes, go and gather money. Because many ideas fail, not because they were bad ideas, but just because the founder could not access a few, millions to execute it. So you end up suffering unnecessarily. Those times you are using to suffer in your entrepreneurship, you could have been using it to work in another company and be saving up for execution. Okay. So ideas rule the world is a lie. Cash rule the world. You can access cash by working to build other people's dreams and saving up for a time that you can now build your own dream. And then if cash is your problem in building as a tech founder, one of the ways to eliminate that cash is learn how to code yourself. Okay. Learn how to code yourself. As much as TechPoint and Tech Africa, whatever, celebrates people who are raising funding, for every one founder that raised funding, 1 million is suffering. So it's not like there's a formula to getting funding. It's just still somehow the grace of God. Then relationships. Relationships would go a long way to help you achieve things that are beyond your power. Okay. Things that cash cannot buy. You don't. One of the best ways to close partnerships is through relationships. Yeah. Okay. Everybody can develop proposal, but you have an edge if you know somebody inside. You have an edge. Then the other thing is politics. So these are the 3 things that rule the world. So anything a founder is building, what is the politics around that industry? People who are doing fintech, they always wake up with high blood pressure machine beside them on the bed. Because you can wake up and then you just see on TechPoint that government has done so policy. For me, I ran by that COVID just exposed me that logistics is a sector that always humble the government. Transport, logistics, they can't do anything about it. So it's something that they cannot strangle.
That's true.
So I just told myself that, look, just be where you are shielded away from erratic government policy. So people should be very mindful of the politics and policies around the sector they want to play in. Because for
Okay.
no fault of yours, your project can end because of policies. It will just end with your BSc and MBA. The project will just fail. And you just start from square one just because of policy. So somebody should not just wake up and say, I have an idea, and you are running to execute.
Today Africa Podcast is a podcast series where we interview African entrepreneurs and professionals and share the stories behind their businesses. In each interview, we ask how they got started, how they grew, and how they run their business today. The stories are inspiring and also provide specific advice and insight into starting a business. By sharing these stories, we want to help others get started.